From stately Berglund Manor, we are about to enjoy Game 3 of the Stratomatic Gem Series between the 1987 Minnesota Twins at the 1979 Pittsburgh Pirates in Three Rivers Stadium. It's an average night, which means the ballpark's pretty neutral both ways, and these teams have been evenly matched. In the first two games of the series, the Pittsburgh Pirates have scored 10 runs on 17 hits, and they've committed no errors. For the Minnesota Twins, they have scored 10 runs on 20 hits, and they've committed one error. The teams are evenly matched because it was a 3-2 victory for the 79 Pirates in Game 1, and in Game 2, it was an 8-7 14-inning come-from-behind thriller for the 87 Twins. 2 one-run games. We're probably looking at that for Game 3 as well. We expect a good one. The opposing pitchers tonight, Les Straker for the Twins. He was 8-10 in 1987, opposed by Bruce Kison, who was 13-7 for the 79 Pirates. Let's look at the batting orders. For the Twins, Dan Gladden leads off in left field. Greg Gagne bats second at shortstop, the MVP for the Twins in this series so far. Kirby Puckett, center field, bats third. Kent Herbeck, first base, bats fourth. Gary Gaetti, third base, bats fifth. Tom Brunansky, right field, bats sixth. Tim Laudner bats seventh and does the catching. Steve Lombardozzi bats eighth and plays second base. Les Straker will bat ninth and do the pitching. No DH in a National League park in my Gem Series. For the 79 Pirates, the order is familiar. Omar Moreno leads off in center field. Tim Foley bats second at shortstop. Dave Parker bats third in right field. Willie Stargell bats fourth at first base. John Milner bats fifth in left field. Bill Madlock bats sixth at third base. Ed Ott bats seventh and does the catching. Phil Garner bats eighth and plays second base. And Bruce Kison will bat ninth and do the pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's all hands on deck. The only players ineligible are the previous starting pitchers in the series. Everybody else is ready to go, and so are we. Let's get things rolling. Leading off the game for the Minnesota Twins, Dan Gladden, the left fielder. He's 4 for 10 in the series. From Kison, the pitch to Gladden is a ground ball to third base. That's Bill Madlock. He's going to throw to Stargell, and we have one out in the first inning of Game 3, the deciding game of this series. Greg Gagne, the pitch from Kison, is hit high to left. Is it going to get there? It's in the corner. Milner makes the catch near the wall, and that's 2 down. And Kirby Puckett stands in against Kison. Kirby, ground ball Madlock. He gloves it. Crow hop. He throws and makes the play to first to Stargell. That's going to retire the side 1, 2, 3, and the Twins are down in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. Les Straker takes the mound against the very potent attack of the 1979 Pirates. Omar Moreno stands in, and he swings and misses, strike 3. He was 4 for 11 in the series. He's now 4 for 12. The catalyst, he's got to get things going if the Pirates are going to do well. Tim Foley stands in, 3 for 9, 333 average on the series so far. Looper, Puckett, coming in, he's got it. And that's 2 down. Dave Parker stands in now against Straker, and he drills one. He drills it to the corner, the right field corner. Brunansky chases it down, but not before Dave Parker gets all the way to third base with a standing triple. He hit 7 of them on the year in 1979. With 2 outs, Parker on third, Willie Stargell pops, stands in. Stargell is 3 for 9 in the series. And Straker gets a ground ball to Gagne. The throw to Herbeck is in time and gets Willie Stargell, and that does it for the Pirates in the first. Parker stranded on third base. After 1 inning, we are scoreless in Pittsburgh. Leading off the second against Kison is Kent Herbeck, the rotund first baseman for the Minnesota Twins. The pitch to Herbie. Ground ball first base, that's Stargell. He's going to limp to the bag, and he makes the first out in the second inning. Gary Gaetti, the Gold Glove winning third baseman for the Twins. The pitch to him is a ground ball to third. Madlock one-hands it and throws to Stargell. That's 2 down. And Tom Brunansky. Brunansky hits it to Madlock. And Bill Madlock throws it in the dirt. Stargell cannot dig it out. Brunansky's safe on the error, and the Twins have their first base runner. Tim Laudner is going to stand in with 2 outs and Brunansky on first. The pitch to Laudner is hit deep. That's way back. Moreno to the wall. It's off the wall. Moreno collects it. Brunansky is coming to third. Are they going to wave him? Wow. 1-13. Moreno's a 0. It's a +2, so that's a 1-15. He wasn't held, so that's 1-16. They're going to send Brunansky, and the throw will not be cut. There's going to be a play at the plate. The throw home is not in time. Brunansky scores on the Laudner double, and the Twins lead 1-0. Lombardozzi stands in against Kison, and Laudner is on second base. And he walks. Nope, wild pitch chance. Wild pitch sends Laudner to third. Lombardozzi still standing in against Kison. Laudner on third, there's 2 outs. Straker on deck. Line drive caught by Madlock, and that retires the side. But the Twins score an unearned run thanks to the error on Madlock and a double by Tim Laudner. The Twins lead 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second. John Milner. And John Milner draws a walk. There's a man on first with nobody out for Pittsburgh. Bill Madlock stands in against Straker. Ground ball third. That's Gaetti. Lombardozzi for 1, and that's all they're going to get. The takeout slide by Milner. And Madlock is safe at first on the fielder's choice. Madlock is going to work on his lead. Straker does not hold runners particularly well. Madlock's going to work on that lead. He does not get a jump. And so that's going to bring up Ed Ott. Ott, fly ball right field. Brunansky coming in, and he'll make the catch for 2 outs. Phil Garner with a runner on first. Madlock. And that's a wild pitch chance. Straker's a 5. Doesn't throw the wild pitch. They keep the 1. The pitch to Garner is a ground ball to third. That's Gaetti. He makes the strong throw across to Herbeck. The Pirates are retired in the second. After 2 complete, it's Minnesota 1, Pittsburgh nothing in Game 3, the deciding third and rubber game of the series. Les Straker stands in now against Bruce Kison. The pitch to Straker is a called strike 3. That's 1 down. And Dan Gladden stands in against Kison. Gladden pops it up a mile high. Tim Foley's going to call everybody off, and that's going to be 2 down. And Greg Gagne stands in with 2 outs and nobody on base. The pitch to Greg is a pop-up behind home plate. That's going to be taken by Ed Ott, and he'll make the play for the third out. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Kison, his second of the game, and we go to the bottom of the third, and it's Twins 1, Pirates nothing. Les Straker on the mound. Bruce Kison in to hit. Ground ball third, that's Gaetti. He makes the throw across to Herbeck, and that's one down. Omar Moreno is so important to the Pittsburgh attack. The pitch to Omar is lined and caught by Lombardozzi. Two down. Tim Foley with nobody out and nobody on and two outs. Ground ball short, that's Gagne. Greg is going to boot it. He boots it for the first error of his on him for the series. Foley is safe. Parker comes to the plate. Foley is the tying run. Parker's the go-ahead run. Two outs. Foley on first. The Cobra stands in. And he strikes out swinging on a Straker fastball. Gas. We go to the top of the fourth. It's the Twins 1, Pirates nothing. Series staying true to form. Close, tight ball games. Every pitch, every decision means something. Puckett, Herbeck, and Gaetti in the fourth for the Twins. Kison throws. Fly ball left field, that's Milner. John Milner on the run, on the run, on the run, on the run. He boots it. He boots it. It's a single, but it gets by him, and it goes all the way to the wall. Puckett's going to end up on third, and Herbeck is coming to the plate. Now Pittsburgh's got a decision to make. Where are they going to put the infield? Oh, man. They're going to play in at the corners, try and cut the runoff if they can, but try to avoid the big inning. Herbeck is 0 for 1. He's 1 for 7 in the series. The pitch to Kent is ball 4. He walked him. Probably not the worst thing in the world, walking Herbeck. Gaetti's a decent double play target. Runners on first and third and one out, but because it's the last game, it's the all hands on deck. Enrique Romo is warming up for the Pirates. Gaetti, infield, in at the corners, in at the corners. Gaetti, the pitch. Ground ball short. Foley, Garner, Stargell, they get the double play. The run scores, but they get two outs out of the deal. And their bases are now empty for Tom Brunansky. 2-0 Twins. The pitch to Bruno. He swings and misses at the Kison breaking ball. That's strike 3. After 3.5, the Twins lead 2-0. Les Straker throwing a good one. Stargell's 0 for 1. He's 3 for 10 in the series. The pitch to Willie is a line drive base hit. He's 4 for 11 in the series. Pops is leading the way for the Pirates. I'll get it right. Milner's 0 for 1. He's 1 for 4 in the series. The pitch to John is a ground ball to Gagne. Greg, Gagne, flips to Lombardozzi for 1, and that's all they're going to get. And Milner is safe at first on the fielder's choice. That brings up Bill Madlock with 1 out. Milner on first. Madlock's 0 for 1 and 2 for 11 in the series. The pitch, ground ball third, Gaetti to Lombardozzi. Lombardozzi to Herbeck. And Madlock beats it out. Another fielder's choice with 2 outs. And Madlock now on first. Ed Ott. Are they going to send Madlock? No, they're not. Ed Ott is going to be allowed to swing here with one out, with 2 outs and 1 on. The pitch to Ott is a swinging strike 3 on a Straker breaking ball. That retires the side in the 4th. We go to the 5th. 87 Twins leading 2-0. Tim Laudner, Steve Lombardozzi, and Les Straker. The bottom third of the Twins' order is up here in the 5th. Laudner is 3 for 7 in the series. Tim Laudner strikes out swinging on a Kison fastball. 1 down. Lombardozzi, 0 for 1 in the game, 0 for 6 in the series. And a ground ball to Garner. Phil is up with it and throws and gets his man. 2 down. Les Straker against Kison. The pitch to Les is a chance for Ed Ott. It's a chance for Ed Ott. It's not an error, and it is a foul out to the catcher. Foul out to Ott. And that retires Straker and the Twins in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 87 Twins 2, 79 Pirates nothing. And leading off for the Pirates in the 5th is second baseman Phil Garner. In the on-deck circle is Bruce Kison, but you got to wonder if he's going to be allowed to bat. The pitch to Garner is a ground ball to Gagne. Greg. Gagne throws it away. A 2-base error on Gagne, and Garner's going to take second. 2 errors. Gagne with the yips in Game 3. Not a good time to get him. And Kison stands in, but he's going to be called back. He's going to be called back by Chuck Tanner. That's it for Kison. Kison pitched 5 innings, allowed 2 hits, allowed 2 runs, none of them earned, walked 1, struck out 3. Let's see who they're going to use as the pinch hitter. Boy. Mike Easler is going to be the pinch hitter. For Pittsburgh, he is going to hit for Kison with nobody out and Ott on second in the bottom of the 5th. Golden opportunity for Pittsburgh. There's nobody out. Easler, the pitch from Straker, is a looper. Looper caught by Lombardozzi. Everybody's going to hold. Garner retreats to second, and that is 1 down in the 5th. For Pittsburgh, Omar Moreno, 4 for 13 in the series. The pitch to Omar is a line drive base hit. Line drive base hit. Puckett grabs it and will throw it in, but Phil Garner is going to score from second on that one, and Omar Moreno has himself an RBI. That's going to get Tom Kelly on his bullpen phone. And Juan Berenguer is going to start warming up in the Twins bullpen. 1 out, 1 on. Moreno working on his lead. Does he get the jump? He does not. They're doing a good job of holding him. Foley with 1 out and 1 on. Straker, the pitch, is a line drive base hit. Foley. Moreno's going to go to third. And it's first and third men at the corners for Dave Parker. Parker's 1 for 2 in the game. He tripled in the first but did not score. He is 2 for 11 in the series. and would love to get a hit here to put the Pirates back even with the Twins at 2. Moreno on third, Foley on first. There's one man out. The Twins infield is playing back for a double play. Straker to the belt. The pitch to Parker is a ground ball. Lombardozzi. Steve grabs it. Flips it to Gagne, who throws to Herbeck, and that retires the side. Straker gets the pitcher's best friend a double play. Parker fails to produce in the clutch, and that retires the Pirates in the 5th inning. Enrique Romo is on to do the pitching for Pittsburgh. He will bat in the 9th spot. He's on in the 6th to face Gladden, Gagne, and Puckett. And if anybody gets on, Kent Herbeck. Top of the order for the Twins. They'd love some insurance. It's 2-1 Twins after 5. Swing and a miss on a Romo fastball by Gladden. That's strike 3. Greg Gagne stands in. He's 6 for 13 in the series, but he's made 2 big errors today. That's a chance for Ed Ott. And a foul out to Ed Ott for 2 down. And Kirby Puckett stands in against Romo. Puckett's 3 for 11 in the series. He has scored a run today. The pitch to Kirby is hit deep. That's way back. Puckett to left field. There's no doubt about it. Milner to the wall, but he's not going to bring this one back. It's 3-1 Twins as Puckett goes deep. First home run of the game for either team. Herbeck. Romo has not done a good job in this series. He's been a killer. Ground ball second base. Garner to Stargell. And the bleeding is stopped, but the Twins get that run back. And after 5.5, it's Minnesota 3, Pittsburgh 1. Willie Stargell standing in against Straker. There's no action in the Twins bullpen. The pitch to Willie is a base hit. Now they're going to get somebody up. Boy. Dan Schatzeder is up for the Twins. And he's joined by Keith Atherton. John Milner with nobody out. Milner is 0 for 1 today, 1 for 5 in the series. The pitch to him is hit deep. The hammer got it all. Right field, Brunansky to the wall, and it's gone. That is a 2-run bomb for John Milner. The game is tied. Milner hit 16 in 1979 and only 326 at-bats. We are knotted at 3 on the big John Milner 2-run homer. Pittsburgh fans going nuts. Madlock stands in. Straker in trouble. Fly ball right field, that's Brunansky, and that's 1 down. Ed Ott. 0 for 2 today, 1 for 8 in the series. The pitch, it's Lombardozzi. It is a throw to first, 2 down. And Phil Garner, 0 for 2 in the game, 1 for 11 in the series. The pitch to Phil is a line drive base hit up the middle. Garner is on. Romo is due. Are they going to leave him in? That's the question. No, they're not. No, they are not. Chuck Tanner's going to his bench. Romo has not had it in this series, and so he's going to go with Manny Sanguillen to pinch hit. Manny hit .230 and 74 at bats in the 1979 season. But he had big hits, big pinch hits for the Bucks. And that's going to do it for Straker. And Tom Kelly is out to get the ball, and they're going to go with Keith Atherton. Atherton, one of the heroes of yesterday's game. Yesterday, Atherton pitched 2 solid innings. Allowed 1 hit, struck out 3, and got himself out of a big jam in the 12th inning. So Atherton is on to face Sanguillen. And Schatzeder continues to throw in the Twins bullpen. The pitch to Manny. Ground ball short, that's Gagne. He throws to first, and the side is retired. But one more time, the game is tied in this series. John Milner hits a 2-run homer to tie the game at 3. We're going to the 7th inning, and a best-of-3 game is coming down to the best-of-3 innings. We are tied after 6. The score is 3-3. For the Twins in the 7th, it's Gary Gaetti, Tom Brunansky, and Tim Laudner. And the Pirates are bringing on the loser in yesterday's game. It's Jim Bibby. Jim Bibby will bat 9th. In 1979, Jim Bibby was 12-4 with a 2.81 earned run average. In 17 starts, he pitched 138 innings. Jim Bibby was a tough customer in 1979, and Gary Gaetti stands in against him. Gary is 0 for 2 today, 2 for 11 in the series. The pitch to Gary, looking to get something started. He swings and misses at a Bibby breaking ball. 1 down. Brunansky, 0 for 2 today, 1 for 11 in the series. The pitch to him is a ground ball to short. Foley is in. Foley throws to Stargell, and that's 2 down. And Timmy Laudner, 1 for 2 in the game, 3 for 8 in the series. The pitch to Timmy is a strike 3 looking. That kills the Twins in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Twins 3, Pirates 3, and we're going to have a big finish, I can tell. Atherton's on for his first full inning of work. He got the last man out in the 6th. Moreno, 1 for 3 in the game, 5 for 14 in the series. The pitch to Omar is ball 4. He walked him. Oh, man. What are they going to do now? Boy. Schatzeder is up again. Schatzeder is up for the 2nd time. Foley. Moreno's working on the lead. He got the lead. The throw to second is not in time. Moreno steals second base, and Foley is still in there. Now Chuck Tanner has a decision to make. He's got a man on second. He's got his man on second. That's Moreno with nobody out. Foley is in there. Foley, will they give him the sign to bunt? They will. He squares. He gets it down. It's to Gaetti. Gaetti to first. Herbeck covering, and that is a sacrifice. That moves the runner up. Moreno is now on third base. Parker's 1 for 3. He's 2 for 12 in the series. Stargell is on deck. Oh, man. All right, so they're going to go. That's it for Atherton. They're going to have Atherton walk Parker. And then they're going to take him out of the game and bring in Dan Schatzeder. And then they're going to get George Frazier, one of the heroes of yesterday's game, up in the bullpen. So Schatzeder is in. He will bat ninth in the order. There's men on first and third. The Twins' defense is going to play in. Parker's on first. Stargell is at the plate. The infield is in at all places. Stargell's 5 for 12 in the series. He's 2 for 3 today. The infield is in. The pitch from Schatzeder. He struck him out. Pops goes down swinging. There's 2 outs. Milner coming to the plate. How are they going to do this one? Chuck Tanner's going to leave Milner in, so Schatzeder will stay in. Milner's 1 for 2 in the game. He had a big 2-run home run to tie it last inning. He's 2 for 6 in the series. The pitch to Milner is a strikeout. Schatzeder comes in. He's got no margin for error, and he strikes out the too many faces to get the Twins out of the inning. Pirates fans are disappointed. We go to the top of the 8th. The top of the 8th, and it's Twins 3, Pirates 3. For the Twins, in the 8th, that's Lombardozzi, Schatzeder, and Gladden are due. And, wow, that was big. Schatzeder, wow, he really came through. Lombardozzi is going to bat against Bibby. He's 0 for 2 in the game. He's 0 for 7 in the series. Kelly must figure he's due. The pitch to him is a swinging strike 3. Bibby gets his man. That's 1 down. So that brings up Schatzeder, but he will not bat. Called back to the dugout. It's going to be Gene Larkin to bat for him. Gene Larkin was the Twins' backup first baseman in 1987. He hit .256 with 25 walks in 233 at-bats. All right, so Larkin stands in against Bibby. He's a switch hitter. The pitch to him is a line drive base hit right up the middle. Omar Moreno gloves it and throws it back in. And that's 1 man on for the Twins. They could run for him. Larkin is not the speediest gent. Oh, boy. How are they going to handle this one? They're going to use Mark Davidson to pinch run for him. That's what they're going to do. Mark Davidson is a backup outfielder for the Minnesota Twins in 1987. Good defense, good speed, and he stole 9 bases in 11 attempts in 1987. So I think we know what's going to happen here. Davidson's working on his lead. Gladden stands in. Bibby to the belt. Davidson does not get a jump. He does not get a jump. Gladden is going to swing away. The pitch to him is a chance for Ed Ott. It's a chance for Ed Ott. Let's see what happens here. The pitcher, Bibby, throws a wild pitch. He throws a wild pitch. Ott can't corral it. And that'll send Davidson to second. Gladden stands in. The count is 1-0. The count is 1-0. Bibby to the belt. The pitch to Gladden. He's 0 for 3 today. He's 4 for 13 in the series. He scored the winning run yesterday. He strikes out against Bibby today. Wow. 4 strikeouts for Bibby in 1 2/3 innings. Greg Gagne stands in. Davidson's in scoring position. Gagne is 0 for 3 today. 6 for 14 in the series. And Greg hits a ground ball to short. That's Foley. He corrals it and throws, and that retires the Twins in the 8th. They burn Davidson and Larkin, and that's going to bring on Juan Berenguer to be the new Twins pitcher. He will bat 9th, and he will face Madlock, Ott, and Garner. The scheduled 3 for the Pirates, they are a collective 1 for 9 in this game. Madlock is an ice cold 2 for 13 in the series. The pitch to Bill. It's a comebacker. Berenguer's got it and throws, and that's 1 out. Ed Ott, bottom of the 8th with 1 out. Ott's 0 for 3 in the game. He's 1 for 9 in the series. The pitch to Ed is a comebacker. Berenguer with another one. 2 down. And Phil Garner will bat. He's 1 for 3 in the game, 2 for 12 in the series. And he takes a called third strike from Berenguer. Gas. We are tied at 3 going to the 9th inning. Are we headed for a free baseball? We don't know. Puckett, Herbeck, and Gaetti all to face Bibby here in the 9th. Bibby's on for his 3rd inning of work. Kirby is 2 for 3 in the game. He's 4 for 12 in the series. And he strikes out swinging. 1 down. 5th strikeout for Bibby. Herbeck. It's a chopper to second. Garner makes the play on a hop and throws out Herbeck. That brings up Gaetti with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Hit deep for Gaetti. Way back to center field. Moreno to the wall, and it's gone. A 4-3 lead. A 4-3 lead for the 87 Twins. Wow. Bibby allows the gopher ball. Brunansky 0 for 2 today. 0 for 3 today, actually. And Brunansky is hit by a pitch. That's going to get to Colby and Jackson up in a hurry for the Pirates. With 2 outs, Brunansky on first. Tim Laudner stands in. He's 1 for 3 today. He hit a big double in the 2nd. Line shot at Madlock, and that retires the side. But thanks to a Gary Gaetti bomb, the Twins take a 1-run, 4-3, very precarious lead going into the bottom of the 9th inning. And that's going to do it for Berenguer. And they're going to call on their closer, the Terminator, Jeff Reardon. Reardon is on to pitch the bottom of the 9th. There's no other action in the Twins bullpen. If you knew who was down there, you'd know why. For the Pirates, it's going to be the pitcher spot, Bibby, and then Moreno, and then Foley. And if anybody gets on, Big Dave Parker. So we'll see what happens here. Leading off the 9th inning for the Pirates is going to be Bill Robinson, batting for Bibby. He's got the power to tie this thing up. There's no question about that. In 1979, Bill Robinson hit 24 homers, had 75 RBIs, and batted .264. His on-base percentage was a less than stellar .302. The pitch from Reardon to Robinson is strike 3. He blew him away with gas. 1 down in the 9th. The Terminator's looking confident out there on the mound. Moreno is up. He's got to get on base. The pitch to Omar is a ground ball to second base. That's Lombardozzi. 2 down. Now Foley is due. They're going to let him bat. The key is to get Parker in there, but Foley's got to get on base for that to happen. The pitch to Tim is a line shot caught by Gaetti, and that's the ball game, and that's the series. The 87 Twins have won this 3-game, best-of-3 game Gem series against the 79 Pittsburgh Pirates 4-3. They take the series 2-1. Let's look at the box score, the line score. For the victorious Minnesota Twins from 1987, they scored 4 runs on only 5 hits, and they committed 2 errors, both by Greg Gagne. For the 79 Pirates, they scored 3 runs on 7 hits, and they committed 2 errors themselves. Yeah, 2 errors. In the series, the Minnesota Twins scored 14 runs. The Pittsburgh Pirates scored 13 runs. It doesn't get much more even than that. All 3 games were 1-run games. If you're interested in this kind of thing, I would encourage you to play these 2 teams and see what results you get. The winning pitcher for the Twins, Juan Berenguer. He was 1-0 in the series. The losing pitcher, Jim Bibby. Jim Bibby was 0-2 in the series. The save went to Jeff Reardon. That was his first in the series. The MVP for the series, wow, a lot of candidates, but I'm going to go with Gary Gaetti for the game-winning home run in the top of the 9th inning in the 3rd game. But there are many candidates, including Gagne and Puckett. But wow, what a series. These 2 teams, at least from these 3 games, look about as evenly matched as you can get. A lot of strategy, a lot of decisions to make. Okay, so the 87 Twins defeat the 79 Pirates in this series, 2-1. We will now move on to the 4th Gem series that I am doing, and that will be between the 1989 Oakland Athletics and the 1978 New York Yankees. It'll start in Oakland, and the opposing pitchers in that one will be Dave Stewart for the Athletics and Ron Guidry of the 25-3 record in 1978 for the Yankees. That's going to be an interesting series, too, to see who comes out on top on that one. We'll see how that goes. That one's going to be started tomorrow. For now, if you like what you saw, please click like and subscribe, and feel free to comment. I appreciate you watching and enjoying this with me. Please click like and subscribe, and thank you again. Have a great evening. So long, everybody.